Hello. So here I'm going to simplify some expressions. We have cosine of 50 degrees times cosine of 40 degrees. This has the basic structure of 1/2 times cosine A minus B plus cosine A plus B. So we have 1/2. A minus B is 10 degrees plus cosine of A plus B is 90 degrees. Cosine 90 degrees is 0, so we have 1/2 times cosine of 10 degrees. Number 14, this has the basic structure of 1/2 cosine alpha minus beta minus cosine alpha plus beta. So we have our 1/2 times 130 minus 10 is 120, and then minus cosine of the sum, 130 plus 10 is 140. Cosine of 120, this is going to be in quadrant 2. I'm going to have this configuration with a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Cosine of 120 is negative 1/2. Cosine of 140, we can't really do anything with it. We can if we apply the sum and difference formulas enough times, but I'm not going to do that here. So this gives us negative 1/4 minus 1/2 times cosine of 140. Number 6, we have cosine 18 degrees times sine of 72 degrees. One thing we can do with this, cosine of alpha is equal to sine of 90 degrees minus alpha. These are cofunction angles. So what we have, this is the same thing as sine squared of 72 degrees. But with the product to sum formulas, this is going to be the same thing as 1/2 of cosine of the sum, 18 plus 72, I'm sorry, cosine of their difference, 72 minus 72 is 0, minus cosine of their sum, 72 plus 72 is 144. Cosine of 0 is 1, so 1/2 times 1 is 1, and the 1/2 times negative cosine 144 is minus 1/2 cosine 144. Number 8, here we have product of two cosines. The basic structure will be 1/2 times cosine alpha minus beta plus cosine alpha plus beta. The 1/2 is out in front. If you subtract the 2, we have 5 pi over 12 minus 1 pi over 12 gives you 4 pi over 12. 4 pi over 12 is pi over 3. When I add the 2, 5 plus 1 is 6, so we would get 6 pi over 12, which is pi over 2. Cosine of pi over 2 is 0. Cosine of pi over 3 is 1/2. So we have 1/2 times 1/2 is 1/4. Number 10, here we have the product of two sides. So your basic structure is going to be 1/2 times cosine alpha minus beta minus cosine alpha plus beta. So we have 1/2 out in front. The difference of the two, 3 pi over 8 minus 1 pi over 8 is 2 pi over 8. 2 pi over 8 simplifies to pi over 4. And then minus the sum, the addition, 3 pi over 8 plus 1 pi over 8 is pi over 2, 4 pi over 8. And cosine of pi over 2 is 0, so that gets absorbed. Cosine of pi over 4 is radical 2 over 2. So radical 2 over 2 times 1/2 is radical 2 over 4. Here I decided to go with the cofunction angles. So sine of theta is equal to cosine of 90 degrees minus that theta. And so pi over 2 is 4 pi over 8 minus 1 pi over 8 is 3 pi over 8. So this basic structure is 1/2 cosine alpha minus beta plus cosine alpha plus beta. So we have 1/2 of alpha minus beta, 7 pi over 3 minus 3 pi, 7 pi over 8. minus 3 pi over 8 is 4 pi over 8, which simplifies to 1/2. And then the sum of them, 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 pi over 8 is 5 pi over 4. Cosine of pi over 2 is 0. Cosine of 5 pi over 4, that's going to be in quadrant 3. This would be negative radical 2 over 2. Negative radical 2 over 2 times 1/2 is negative radical 2 over 4. This has a basic structure of 1/2 times cosine of the difference of the angles plus cosine of the sum of their angles. So the difference of their angles, 5x minus 2x is 3x, plus the sum of their angles, 5x plus 2x is 7x. Not a whole lot we can do with this, so I'll leave it at that. So here we have sine of one angle times sine of a different angle. So that we'll have this basic structure, 1/2 times cosine alpha minus beta minus cosine alpha plus beta. So we have the 1/2. Alpha minus beta is 2 theta over 3 minus 5 theta over 3. That'll be negative 3 theta over 3, which is negative theta. And then minus, I will then add them. 2 plus 5 is 7, so we have 7 pi over 3. Now cosine is an even function, so cosine of negative theta is equal to cosine of positive theta. And I'll leave it at this. There's not much more I can simplify with this problem. 18, we have cosine of one angle times cosine of another angle. It has this basic structure. You have 1/2 times cosine of the difference of the angles plus cosine of the sum of those angles. We have the 1/2 out in front. Alpha over 4 minus 3 alpha over 4. This would be alpha over 2. Plus cosine alpha, because when you add the two, you have 1/4 plus 3/4 is 1. I'm going to leave it at this. I could expand this This is a half angle formula, but it's just going to, I think it'll make it look more complicated. So I'll leave it at that. 20, we have cosine of one angle times cosine of a different angle. The basic structure is this. So we have 1/2 in front, and then cosine of the difference of the two angles. So you have the first angle minus the second angle. Don't forget to distribute that negative. And then plus cosine of the sum. So when I add these two together, the pi over 6's are they are absorbed. Okay, and here theta minus theta is 0. So we have 2 pi over 6, which is pi over 3. Cosine of pi over 3 is 1/2. So this gives us 1/4 plus 1/2 times cosine of 2 theta. When I distribute that 1/2. So here we have cosine of one angle times sine of a different angle. Let's put that sine out in front. And this has the basic structure of Okay, so the 1/2 we keep, and then we have sine of the differences. And so this will be 2 alpha minus beta minus alpha, and then we need to distribute that negative sign. And then sine of the sum. So this will be 3 alpha plus beta. 2 plus 1 is 3, and then 2 beta minus beta is 1. Okay, let's clean this up. This is equal to doesn't look much nicer than what we began with, but there you go. So this has the basic structure of negative 2 sine alpha plus beta over 2 times sine of alpha minus beta over 2. So we have negative 2 times sine. So let's add them and divide it by 2. 50 plus 10 is 60. Divided by 2 is 30 degrees. Times sine. Then we're going to have the difference. So we have 50 minus 10, which is 40 over 2, which will give us 20 degrees. 30, 60, 90 triangle. We can simplify this a little bit. So if that's my 30 and that's my 60, this has to be 1/2 radical 3 over 2 and 1. So this will give us sine of 30 is 1/2. Okay, now we have the sine of alpha plus sine of beta. This basic structure is going to look like 2 sine alpha plus beta over 2 times cosine alpha minus beta over 2. So this is equal to, we have 2 times so we have alpha plus beta, so 1 pi over 12 plus 11 pi over 12, this is pi over 2. Times cosine of their difference, and so 1 minus 11 is negative 10 pi over 12. Sine of pi over 2 is 1, and since cosine is an even function, that turns this into a positive 10 pi over 12, which is 5 pi over 6. Five pi over 6, we can figure this one out. because this would give us 30 degrees on the inside with 60 degrees on the top side. So cosine of this value is negative radical 3 over 2. So all of this is equal to okay. Sine of alpha minus sine of beta. This has a basic structure of 2 times cosine alpha plus beta over 2 times sine alpha minus beta over 2. So this is equal to 2 times cosine. So 5 plus 1 is 6. So this is cosine of 3 theta over 2 times sine of their difference. So this would be 5. So if that theta were a pi or some other angle, I could further simplify this. I'm going to leave this as this because that's good enough. Thank you very much. Please go to tutoring.